Times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
And they will score! Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the... team. To get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Vandergriff. He finds his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Wildcats will hustle to the line. Using the quick game. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
It's on target and complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
They'll run it with the jet sweep. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. All kinds of running room. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
For a jet sweep to work, you've got to have a lot of speed with the ball carrier, but how about the blocking downfield by his fellow receivers and his teammates going downfield and getting a hat on a hat? Nice job.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Looking for a man, it's Vandergriff. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they take an 8-7 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the 1st quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
They're working that left side. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
end of the first quarter. The score, Kentucky 8, USC 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Branch. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these, a big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
Coming after him. Pressure in his face, and he lets him fly. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Quickly complete. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll go to the air on third and short. Quick strike complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And wings it incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee you he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights. Good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Tackled, but he has a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Vandergrift. And they can't make the connection. The Wildcats in the hurry-up. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him down after he makes the catch. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And I I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. The returner will field it and bring it back. Still on his feet. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Less than half minute to play here in the half. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Scrambling away. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fires downfield. Makes a connection. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Absolutely perfect.
That makes the score Kentucky 15, USC 13.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Trojans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
USC 16, Kentucky.
They took the 3 on that last possession, and now they'll try to get it back on the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Movement here from the tight end. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go back inside. That time, that defense was not allowing that receiver to get outside.
Fires to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed.
Touchdown, Kentucky! They take the lead with the 6.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Looking to throw, it's Vandergrift. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Kentucky 21, USC 16.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Kentucky 21, USC 16.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the tackler. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
On the run, it's Marks.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time, likely their final drive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Touchdown, USC! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
USC.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. The back goes in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
That decision to go for 2 is going to be questioned and criticized all throughout the rest of the year and all throughout the offseason as well. If you just kick it, you tie it, and you send this thing into overtime potentially, but now because you went for the win, you need an onside kick to have a shot to pull this one out.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack.
And that ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Trojans. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
With points for the defense.